Yes, so I'm going to start with a new subject to teach you a psychology. Myself, I need to say that my name is Rishi, and I had completed my Bachelor of Special Education, and this subject I can able to teach you in a very simple language. So let's start with this subject, psychology, 11th standard, Maharashtra State Board. Chapter number 1, there are many chapters are there, but we will start with the chapter number 1, which is story of psychology. First, if you see a story of psychology, we will going to understand about what it means, like what it is, like what story of psychology is, what is the background of this psychology subject, like what kind of story this subject talks. Let's start. Here you will going to understand about the introduction, the history of psychology, and what is behavior, study of cognition, and psychology as Indian perspective and the goals of psychology. Let's start. Although psychology is a new for us in terms of study, we are aware of this subject from our childhood. This subject is very new for us. This subject you are learning in school time, you had not learned this subject. This is very new for us, but you are already aware about this subject, which means you are already know about this subject something, because we have been observing different forms of emotions, behavior, and moods of human being. You had not learned this subject in your school time, but you are already know this subject from your childhood. How? Because you are observing a different behavior, a different moods and emotions of human, where you had live in your family members from your childhood. You are observing your family members moods, behavior, emotions, which means you know and you are aware about this subject. Human behavior is full of diversity. The behavior, like right now you are sitting, that is also a behavior. If you are listening me, that is also a behavior. Human behavior are diverse, which means in this world there are many human beings, there are billions of people are living, and their billions of people behavior are different from each other. The diverse, and this diversity amazes us. This diversity will make us, it's amazing. When we open daily newspaper or watch news on TV, we see different aspects of human behavior. If you will open a newspaper or a TV, or if you watch a news, then you will see how the peoples are behaving differently and according to the different situation. Some examples are given below, like there are following are the news in the collage. So you will see the certain points are given, and from the points we will going to understand that why such beings are behaving in such a way. First, if you see the spontaneous blood donation by youth for passenger injured in bus accident. So there is a young people, the youths are giving donating the blood for the people who had gone through a bus accident. So now you tell me, like what kind of behavior it is? It is a good behavior or it is a bad behavior? It is a good behavior, which means a young people, a youth are giving, donating the blood to the to the people who met an bus accident, which is a good behavior. Second, the neighbor saves life from a house that caught fire, risking his own life. So here, neighbors, a neighbors saves the lives of the people who lives opposite to them, who are fire risking themselves. So here, this is also a saving. That is also a behavior. You can see first point, which is donating a blood, that is a different behavior. Saving the life, that is a different behavior. Let's focus on the eighth one. India lost a cricket match. A viewer furiously broke his TV set. India had lost a cricket match. So the person who is watching a cricket match, he had broke his TV. Why? And what kind of emotion it is? It is a anger. It is a anger. He shown the anger. He don't like that India had lost the match. So he broke the TV. That is also a different behavior. France won Football World Cup series and celebrated whole night. Now, if you see the last one, citizen people are happy. They are so much happy that because the France had won the World Cup, and they celebrated the whole night. Now, 1.2 history of psychology we will going to understand now. Let's start. Psychology is a vast field studying behavioral aspects of mankind. So psychology is a subject which is a vast, which is a very big subject. It's a very wide subject, vast subject which actually study about the mankind and their behavior. Study about the various aspects of behavior of a mankind. And this makes it difficult to define psychology precisely and in concrete terms. Psychology is a very big subject which defines which study about the behavior of the human being, and that make it more difficult for the psychologist to define this subject in a concrete terms, because uh, it studies the human mankind of various aspects of behavior. Psychology did not emerge directly as a science. This subject is not directly come up from the science. It started as a branch of philosophy, and it evolved as a separate branch later 19th century. This subject is not directly come up from science subject. This subject was a part of philosophy, and it separated from philosophy in 1800, which means 19th century. This subject is separated. This subject is not directly come up from science. It is not a science background. It is actually come up from a philosophy subject, which is a art, and it's separated in 19th century. Why it is separated, we will going to study later. Plato believed that knowledge is innate. Plato is a philosopher. He believed that the knowledge is inborn. Innate means inborn. Whereas John Locke thought that each child is born as an empty slate, and that knowledge is primarily acquired through learning and experience. There are two persons, you can see the picture. Plato is a philosopher, even John Locke is a philosopher. So here Plato believed that the knowledge is inborn, like whatever knowledge you have, I have, it is inborn. And the another side, John Locke said that the whichever person are born, taking birth in this world, they are coming as an empty slate. They are coming as an empty slate, and through surviving in this world, they learn experiences and gain experiences from this world. Science of soul. Science of soul. The first attempt to define psychology was made on the basis of the terminology used. So the people who in the past, when they started defining the subject, they had defined the subject on the basis of terminology, on the basis of the word. The word psychology was derived from two Greek words, psych and logos. Psych means soul and mind, and the logos means science or branch of knowledge. Thus, psychology was meant to the science or a branch of knowledge that deals with soul or mind. So here, psychology defined in the terminology, they said that psychology, the word psych means soul and logos means study. So they started understanding that psychology is a subject which studies the soul and the mind. Which studies the soul and the mind. You can see, do you know, This is the symbol which is the 23rd Greek alphabet. Okay, so I am stopping here. We will continue in the next video.